Hey you guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. I wanted to come on here and give you guys kind of like a quick update on the baby. She is doing wonderful. She is no longer on the feeding tube. I'm not sure if I told you guys that in the last video, but and I'm not sure if you guys can hear her in the background, but she is making some noise. But she is doing really good. I love her. She's gaining weight. She's keeping me up at night. I am tired, but I am determined to get back into my videos because I miss you guys. And if you guys can tolerate little Missy over here making some noise in the background from time to time, then I will love to come back and do my videos. But the thing in this video I wanted to discuss was this thing going on with P. Diddy. And I'm just going to keep the baby's picture up because I'm not going to show any photos of P. Diddy. We all know who he is. Cat Williams said it best when he said that there are only two sides in this thing, right? There's the side of God, and then there's the side of Satan. Two sides. We've been hearing a lot of talk lately about Diddy on social media. These people who are coming out and speaking against P. Diddy, most of them were there. They have seen things. They were, some of them were witnesses. Some of them probably just heard down the grapevine of things that other people have seen or heard. But people have been speaking on P. Diddy for a while now. This isn't, the first. It's not like this is the first time that people has been actually coming out and speaking out. But since they are trying to form some type of charges against him, now we got more people coming out and even more people speaking out. But I think what we should be asking ourselves is, why did they come to social media instead of going to the police the minute they saw these things? They're coming out, they're telling you that P. Diddy, they saw P. Diddy do this, or some of his entourages, that like people that work for him, they're coming out, they're saying things that they've witnessed. I understand that they had to make a living with P. Diddy. That's where they made their money. But if something is so evil, you're watching things that are evil. And I'm sure they've seen quite a bit of things working for P. Diddy. Why not go to the police? Why are you coming to social media? And all these other, it's to me, I don't understand it. Why come to social media? Then you have these other artists that are coming out against P. Diddy, like people like Ice Cube, even Cat Williams and 50 Cent. And that's just to name a few. That is just a very few artists that are coming out, and they're speaking out against him. So how do they know everything about P. Diddy in order to come out publicly against him? It's because, allegedly, in my opinion, I have to say, in my opinion, it's because they're all involved. They're all involved. They're all doing the same thing that P. Diddy is doing. You're not this famous millionaire actor or musician or part of having somebody in your family that's been sacrificed. You're not a part of all that. And not involved in the same things that P. Diddy himself is also doing. They're all doing the same thing. And, don't think for 1 minute that any of these people who are coming out and speaking out against P. Diddy and the industry aren't a part of that very industry, that they don't say a word unless they are given permission. The industry, these elites in the industry give permission, or nothing would be said. All these people that's coming out right now speaking out against P. Diddy, they have been given permission to do so. And if they didn't, and if they give the permission, it's because the elites want you to know something. They want you to know. Otherwise, they don't say a word. These artists and these puppets, they don't say a word unless you want to be deleted. You always see them putting the finger up to their lips and saying, shh, or they're covered by this code of secrecy. They're not allowed to speak out unless they're given permission to do so. So now that you know that the people who are speaking out, they are speaking out because they were given permission to do so, right? So they want to dumb you down and get you used to the sick and twisted ways of these elites and the artists, so that by the time that the Antichrist kingdom comes, they will have your mind already dumbed down. By the time the Antichrist arrives, they will already have the beast system set up for him. P. Diddy, in my opinion, he's like a sacrificial lamb for them. Just like Nature Boy, he was a sacrifice for them, the same elites. Nature Boy was put in place for one reason, and that was to use his voice to deceive as many people to hell as he could, right? And so Nature Boy, he started acting up. He wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. He like sticking to the script, to the message, the satanic message that they wanted him to put out. What else? That like we were seeing him out looking like a demon, dancing out in the streets, and he would just he would be sitting there, and all of a sudden he would get out of the car in the middle of the street and start dancing. I do believe, at one point, the Nature Boy, he was trying to warn us by telling us to stay inside because demons, they were jumping from person to person. So I do believe a couple of times, for a very few seconds, we were able to see the real Eligio, and I do believe that he knew and accepted his fate. He knew that he could never go against the ones who put him in place and live. It's the same for many and most of these artists who signed that contract. But, I do pray that he does come back to God. They can take your body, but they can't take your soul. And these artists, they know that if they come out against any way and speak out against things that they don't want you to know, they're taken out. But when we see them all come out and speaking out against something, it's because they got an agenda behind it. And it's because they want you to know. And it's because permission was given for this information to come out. So now we all know why the elite is doing this, which is to get you to accept these rituals, the sacrifices, and to prepare for this Antichrist beast system. But why are they using Diddy as their sacrificial lamb? We all know P. Diddy was with 50 Cent's baby's mama. Not only 50 Cent, but P. Diddy, he made a lot of enemies, especially probably with these higher up elite people, because all of these same people are doing the same thing, and some of them are doing much worse than what P. Diddy is doing. And P. Diddy is doing a lot. So if we see all the things that P. Diddy is being accused of, trust me, the people that are above him are doing much worse. Some of these other artists, they're doing just the same thing that he's doing. But they need someone to be that sacrifice. You know, we see P. Diddy. He's getting older, and so I'm trying to figure out why they want to use him. We know that he's getting older. He's made a lot of enemies. There are so many reasons that they could use to want to use him for this purpose. And these artists, they have an expiration date. These elites want you to now know all of their evil deeds. They want you to know about the parties. They want you to know about the rituals. They want you to know about the sacrifices, the contracts with Satan. That once you get used to it, you'll easily accept the coming beast system. And I'm telling you now, you got to stay innocent. Stay in the Bible. Don't be of this world. Don't give yourself over to this beast system. Don't give them your mind. And you give them your mind when you give them even a second of your time. Every time you watch what they want you to watch, your mind is being programmed to being used. It's being programmed to like get used to this evil that they're trying to get you to accept as normal, as they pull you further and further away from God. We have to stay woke. Don't let them do that to you. Don't let them get your mind to when you see an artist sacrifice a loved one for fame and fortune, or seeing a ritual, that it's a normal thing. Don't let them normalize their evil. Because when that beast system is here and it's already forming, you'll accept anything. Cat Williams said there is two sides to this thing. And so you're going to have to pull up your big girl and big boy panties and pick a side before one is chosen for you. I believe once the restrainer is removed, it will be nearly impossible to come to the Lord. Don't wait until that happens to find out and it's too late. Nature Boy, P. Diddy, they're mere puppets. They're being used by Satan. They aren't the first, nor will they be the last Satan uses. This demonic, twisted, I can't stand to even hear her music. It makes me want to vomit. Taylor Swift, Jay-Z, Beyonce. They will all have their day. They pay homage to Satan. They sacrifice. They attend the Hollywood parties and rituals. But when you're no longer valuable to Satan, he's going to chew you up and spit you out while laughing in your face. When they stop being a useful puppet, they will have their, they're going to have their P. Diddy day. 50 Cent is laughing at P. Diddy. He's going to have his day too. Because it's not, for these people, it's not about, oh, this person is a bad person. He's evil. Look at all the stuff he's doing. No, they're all involved in it. They're all doing it. They're just as evil as P. Diddy. You know, I really hope that they all come to the Lord, but they all, just like Nature Boy, they all know their fate. Unless they're willing to lay down their lives for God, they're not willing to do that. They're gonna continue to throw up them signs. They're gonna continue to pay homage to Satan. They're gonna continue to sacrifice who they need to sacrifice in order to appease Satan and stay on top. But they're going to have their day. They think that's not going to be them. That's not going to be me. Whitney Houston, what happened to her, that's not going to happen to me. What happened to Prince, Michael Jackson, that's not going to happen to me. Because I'm serving him good. All that don't matter. You are nothing to Satan. All these artists are nothing to Satan. They're just his puppet. And they're using them to bring you to hell. And they offer them a little bit of cash and fame. As a, you know, it's not nothing they can take with them when they go. And it's like I said, they all have an expiration date. And they know that when they sign that contract. So I just want to say to you that they're all in this together. Don't be a part of listening and being a part of, because don't give your mind over into it. Don't give your mind to these elites or to these puppets to distract you and to pull you further and further away from God, because that's their only agenda. That's the only thing they want to do, is take you away from God. That's Satan's plan. And if he's got to give a few people, a few puppets, fame and fortune to drag you to hell, he's going to do that. And he's been doing it. And we should not be listening to their music. Don't give them even a minute of your time. Don't give them a minute of your thought. Don't give them your mind in any way, shape, or form. Because we are getting closer to the end of this time. And we don't have Don't give Satan a foot, like, don't give him any opportunity to come in, because the temptation as we get closer to God's return, it's going to be harder to resist, especially if we continue to give our mind over to this foolishness of like P. Diddy and what's going on with this one or what's going on with that one. When we know what the whole agenda is. So don't be a part of that. So Psalms 141:4 says, "Do not let my heart be drawn to what is evil, so that I take part in wicked deeds, along with those who are evildoers. Do not let me eat their delicacies." So this means stay away from it. Don't lay your ears or your eyes on what they're doing, so that you don't become a part of the wickedness. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. If you want, let's discuss it in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about this whole P. Diddy thing. Why do you think that it's P. Diddy that they're using as this type of sacrificial lamb? Like, because to me, in my opinion, that's what I believe is going on. Because you got a whole lot of Hollywood people that's doing the exact same thing he's doing. But when they're done with you, when Satan's done with you, that's what they do. They expose everything about you and things that you've done, especially if you made a lot of enemies, and especially if you made some people mad. And so, do I feel bad for what he's going through? No. I think they all need to be exposed. And I think it's important that that's what we do. We don't just expose one of them. We need to understand in our hearts and our minds that this is just something they're doing. They all are a part of this. And we can't be a part of that. We cannot be a part of this world. We are in this world. We are not of this world. So I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Leave in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. And God bless you. I love you guys. Until next time.